Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, hump day, which means it's time for Boob Tube. And I'm your host, Kari Anthony, but I'm not the only host. It's not Boob Tube without Desiree and Casey. So hello, ladies.
Hey.
Yay!
How's it
Oh,
going?
look who's up first in there. Jason.
Thank you.
He's probably there before we are.
Yep.
Yeah, he was definitely on YouTube. What a week, y'all. What a week.
Oh, wait. Jason asked, did you get the shout out video I sent you, Platinum?
Yes, I just haven't been on social media. So thank you so much. I saw it and I will respond to it soon. My life is catching up on things that I've been falling behind on. So, yeah.
And thank you.
Oh, look
Thanks,
at
Jason.
that.
Things like that make showing up on Wednesday worth it. Even if it was the three of us and Jason and Big Daddy Johnson. Hey,
Big Daddy.
This is what
You gotta say it right.
Oh, my bad.
Big
Hey,
Daddy. Speaking of Big Daddies, Shamar Moore did a TikTok. Okay, so funny story. I was talking to my girlfriend and I was like, remember when we were talking about Shamar Moore? And she was like, no. And I forgot it was on Boob too. So I was like, God, who was I talking to? Because I remembered us talking about it, but I didn't remember it was us, right? Because
Right.
you know, it's like you're hanging out with the girls with us, like normal girlfriend conversation, right? So I was like, well, then who the hell was I talking to? And I racked my brain for a good 30 minutes before I was like, oh, it was on Boob Tube. Okay, yeah, okay.
So we were talking about Shamar Moore.
And he has a TikTok where he's dancing in his SWAT uniform. So it's like on set with the other characters. So I guess they're filming the next season. Oh, look at Casey. Pause on the show. I'll be back after I see this TikTok. I'll send it to you in text if you can't find it. But anyway, so yeah, Big Daddy, you know, he is now. We got to get a little picture of Shamar now. He could be this year's mascot. Oh, Casey, come back to the show now. You've reached Casey Carter. Unfortunately, she's unable to come to the TV show Boob Tube right now. But if you leave a message, pick up the drool. You have drool right here.
Hey,
love it.
I'm back. I don't even think this is the right video.
Is it the one where they're like in a line?
Yeah, he's got on gray.
It's that one. Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me go.
He's wearing gray in this video.
For those of you that are just tuning in, we are looking at Shamar Moore's TikTok. Because, Daddy. So, anyways, it is all your fault, Big Daddy. If your name wasn't Big Daddy, we would have never have gone there. But since last time we talked about Shamar Moore, we called him Big Daddy. Every time.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, that's when he went on the Jennifer Hudson show. No, this is this one. Hold on.
Say, when did we decide we were calling him Big Daddy?
Woo! Charles White, welcome in.
Okay.
How you doing? Yeah, look at that. He's got some moves. I love his dance moves.
You got to see the other video.
The other one's better?
Yeah.
Hold on. This, hold up.
Cheers. Oh, yeah, that one's way better.
Because his shirt is open. Look.
There you go.
Come to mama.
Oh,
yes.
Mercy.
Let's go like this.
Oh, he did the heart. Hold on. He did the heart.
Yeah, the heart.
Hold on. We got to give the heart. Because he loves us. That was for me. Yes. Love you too. Love you too, Big Daddy. Oh wait, let me not do that because my partner's in the room next door and be like,
Yeah,
"Don't forget to call
exactly.
him."
Exactly. We don't want to mess
Who is
that
you?
up. That's
Who
why I
is you in
said
there calling Big Daddy?
when did we decide we was calling him Big Daddy? I don't remember being a part of that conversation.
I made an executive decision on behalf of the ladies of Boob.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Got
Since
it.
I had no choice in Sam Elliott or Halle Berry, which I wasn't gonna oppose to either of
Okay,
those
well,
either.
Sam, we had no choice in Sam Elliott. Halle Berry. Yeah, no, you ain't had no choice on that one either. You ain't
Yeah,
had
so
no choice.
Shamar Moore is my pick for this year.
All right, so I'm gonna
Deal.
get us a Shamar Moore, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna get us some Shamar Moore because
Mm.
the other one that we have that I did not use was Jason. Hold on,
Jason
Mm.
Momoa.
where is Jason at?
Mm.
I
Maybe.
lost my Jason. I'm gonna find my
Wait a
Jason.
minute.
MIA.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
We can use Jason for one show, Shamar for another,
Ooh.
and then the other two we'll figure those out as we go along. But let me see if we
Whoop,
can find good.
whoop.
Look at Shamar on the beach. Yeah,
There you
baby.
go.
Shh. I don't want Big Daddy in the room next to me. To
Girl, do not get yourself in trouble. Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Whew.
Okay.
Oh, he's 50. Oh, when's his birthday? Okay, so anyways, this is not
I was
the
gonna
Shamar
say,
Moore
how did this
show.
turn into the Shamar Moore show?
Shamar.
Shamar.
Look what he does to us. Look what he's doing to us. Oh, he was born in 1970?
1970. Oh, that makes
Stop
sense.
it. He
That
is
means he'll be 55.
54.
Yeah, he'll be 55 this year.
April 20th, 420. Oh,
Oh,
that explains a lot.
Okay.
So, anyways, okay, guys. BoobTube is now over. It just turned into the Shamar Moore hour. But anyways, we're just admiring fine specimen. Yeah. Anyway, so how's your week been?
Productive.
I watched some good stuff on TV this week. So
well, I did not watch some good stuff on TV this week. I was telling the ladies that that I didn't really watch anything significant this week. Like I watched things I've already seen just because I guess I just really I don't know.
It's been a weird space for TV and movie entertainment the last few months. Like it seems really hard to find new things to watch that are good. And I have a couple of things. However, they're either delayed, like you have to wait till the next week to see the next episode, so you can't binge it, or you get to binge it and then you find out it's the final season, like Harlem. And then you're sad and disappointed because I love that show, and to find out that it's over.
And it took for them to come back.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, it took forever.
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with like scheduling, because Megan Good is hot on the market. So, and then they're in the California fires, and there's just a lot of things happening that are making the production. Then there was the SAG thing that was happening for 5 or 6 months, where there was problems with them picketing SAG or whatever they call it, SAG. So yeah, Hollywood, they're struggling. But anyways,
they Hollywood could always come to the Hollywood of the South and do like everybody else does and film your production that's really somewhere else in the country here.
You would think that, but the thing is that the major studios are already set up in LA. So, and the actors live in LA, and like everything.
Me when I tell you, you would be surprised how many.
Oh, I know.
Have been shot. Not even the TV shows, but like how many movies have shot full on scenes in Atlanta. And
No. Full on productions.
Well, yes, but like for example, there are scenes from Fast and Furious, there are scenes from Black Panther, like all of those movies that we know predominantly took place somewhere else had a whole lot of production time in Atlanta. So I'm just saying, while California's burning, Atlanta's hot.
Atlanta is hot.
Mm.
I do like Atlanta, but yeah, it's just, easier said than done, That's a huge financial responsibility to move across the country. And then it's very different, culture-wise. So, but
Just
I
saying.
think it's a great suggestion. Hello, Hollywood. Move to Atlanta.
Oh, I'm not saying you got to pack up and move. What I'm saying is, it's your second home. You have a primary, and you have
secondary.
is your
Yeah.
vacation production studio. That's all I'm saying. You ain't
Yeah.
gotta pack everything and put it in the truck and drive it cross country. You ain't gotta do that, especially because we already got stuff here, so you can treat that joint like an Airbnb. Just come on, fly through, fly through.
Fly. Well, I don't know about flying. Another plane
Did
in
you guys see
Arizona.
that?
No.
And in Toronto too. Toronto
Yep, a
too. It
plane
flipped.
crash in
A
Toronto.
Delta plane. Yeah, flipped right over. Did a 360.
Look,
Insane.
I was supposed to be leaving for Florida on Thursday. I canceled that trip. I was like, no, ma'am. Unless I could drive, I'm not going down in the plane, anyways. But let's talk Harlem.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, because we could talk about these conspiracy theories about these planes all of a sudden running into each other, and not just one, multiple different incidents in different places, just randomly crashing into each other. So, anyways, Harlem. So the end of the last season 3 ended with there being, now if you were watching Harlem previously, then you know that Megan Good's character Camille was told that she has like a negative 5% chance of ever getting pregnant. And that was the reason that her and Ian broke up, was because he was adamant about having children. And she was like, I don't know that I could have children. And so they decided to break up after, coming to the realization that, fertility is going to play a part in whether or not they're going to become parents. So that's how season 3 ended, with the scare of the last thing that they said was they're all 4 at the doctor's office, and the doctor says, congratulations, you're pregnant. And they all 4 were like, so they go into the next season, and you think season or episode 1, they're going to tell you who's pregnant. They do not, which I actually thought was pretty good. I thought that was kind of cool that you almost forgot that it happened. Like, it starts off with the scene of her saying that, and then it just moves on to like what has happened in the meantime and how their lives have changed. Because what's that girl's name? The one that's the actress, the Broadway play actress. I can't remember her character's name. But she is now in a relationship with the guy that what's her name? I only know Camille. Like, how did I just see it and I can't remember their names? But the one that used to be Kitty Boo Boo from Empire.
No, who you're talking
she
about.
her character, her mother, who is Jasmine Guy, by the way, tried to hook her up with this guy, and she was like, nah, I'm cool, like you're a nice guy, but there just was no connection. So he ends up meeting the other friend from the friend group on some like random, they met each other and they started dating. And then at the end of the last season, they were in Puerto Rico on their girls trip, and she shows her the picture and she's like, hey, that's the guy. Blah 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 blah. So anyways, they in this season, like, they're full on dating, like together, moved in and everything, and then they end up getting engaged. But the way they ended the show, I will say they did a good job. They closed a lot of chapters, they finalized a lot of things, and even though I was sad that the show was over, it was
we do find out who the mommy is.
Oh yeah, you find out.
Okay.
You find out, because going into this new season, Ian has, if you see the previews, you see the scene where Camille, Megan Good, and the girls are at brunch, and she sees Ian come into the thing, and she's like, oh, hey, Ian. And Ian is with a girl named Portia, who turns out to be like his childhood friend, and now they're dating. serious,
Ooh.
like, together serious. So yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just a whole I'm not gonna give any spoiler alerts. You gotta watch the show. I'm just telling you, it turns out really good. Great ending. So watch Harlem.
Okay.
Sure.
Watch it good. Watch it real good. Oh my.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah, so it's good.
So
Hi, Whitney.
I was gonna say, I know I said I didn't really watch anything worth talking about, but there are a couple of things that I want to watch that are coming. Well, one of them is already out, which is a show on Netflix called Saturday Night, and it's basically a dramatization of the development of Saturday Night Live. I don't know how many of you are as old as I am and can remember Saturday Night Live way
Mm-hmm.
back in the
I
70s and
do.
80s. 70s
Oh.
and 80s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Do you remember it back in that time?
I remember when Chevy Chase was on, when
I
Jim
remember
Belushi
Chevy
was
Chase,
on.
Jim Belushi,
Um, um,
Tom Hanks.
well,
I don't know that he wasn't a permanent character,
yeah,
but I know
no.
he
So Steve Martin,
Steve
um,
Martin. What's the
Can
blonde
I?
guy?
Can I? Can I YouTube
Steve.
it?
yes, you probably can.
Okay.
Trying to think,
What's the other
what's her
guy?
face?
The one that did the nose.
Rosanna. God, Dan Aykroyd was on.
What's the guy
Oh,
with the
dope.
nose? Steve Martin, not Steve Martin, the other Steve. Or wait,
Is he
maybe that
like
is
a
Steve Martin.
comedian?
I'm thinking of Martin Short. Never mind. Steve
Yeah,
Martin
Oh,
is
okay.
he's
yeah.
the one that played the guy with the long nose. I don't remember the name, but yeah, that is
Okay.
Steve Martin.
So
But then
I remember it from back in those days. So I haven't seen it yet, but I saw little bits and pieces from the promo, and for what I saw in terms of them thinking that this show was not going to work, it is still on. It is still live every week.
mhm.
And it's kind of crazy because so many comedians have done the show and have had their career literally skyrocket. And sorry, itchy eye. And it's fascinating because it's also a very hard place to get on. There are a lot of people who never get out of that second tier, that because you have the main stars, and then you've got the also character, the also comedians, and there's a lot of them who never make it out of that level. But even to be at that level is very prestigious. So it's like if you can get yourself to that second tier, then you hope to get up to being a primary character, a ready for prime time player. But a lot of them don't get there, and a lot of the ones who did get there had huge, 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 huge careers. So it's, I don't know. I like I like SNL from way back then, back from the Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy and Garrett Morris and Steve Martin. Like, I love that era. Some of the stuff after that, some of the seasons after, say, the Chris Rock stuff, was kind of hit or miss in terms of the writing or in terms of who the primary comedians were. So I'm curious to kind of get the backstory on how SNL got started and kind of why
Ooh.
it's still on TV today. Because
I don't know why
there's a lot of
I
stuff
was
that
thinking.
was
Oh,
on.
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Diz. I was gonna say there was a
Mhm.
lot of stuff they did way back in the day that they don't really do now. A lot of things they used to say, a lot of stuff that I guess they
Mhm.
got away with back then that even now after hours they don't let them do. But go
Mm.
ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I think it's Gilbert Godfrey. I don't know why, but comedian,
You think
funny.
what's Gilbert Godfrey?
I thought he was like on SNL, but maybe not.
I think I think he did
when
do
she
a
was
stint,
saying
but he
those.
wasn't one of like the original original characters. Because like I said,
Okay.
it's the Steve Martins, Jim Belushi's, Dan Aykroyd's. It's those folks that I think actually helped create that platform, that base that everybody else then later stood on to build their
True.
career.
The foundation.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it's called Saturday Night. It's on SNL. I mean, it's on Netflix.
Saturday night.
It's on Netflix, and you should check it out. And yes, Charles, I agree with you. Saturday Night Live, it was like Law and Order, in the sense that you had a lot of people come through SNL and their career just skyrocket. And if you are a Law and Order junkie, there are a lot of people that are big time now that came through Law and Order. So, yeah. Desiree.
I watched the debate, the Canadian debate. so we're gonna
sorry.
have.
I'm
We're
so
gonna
sorry.
we're gonna have elections right at the end of the month. So I watched a little bit of the debate going on. So there was like Doug Ford, and it was Canadian stuff.
You said
It was
Canadian debate.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I thought I heard you say comedian debate.
Oh no, Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good. It was all right. The debate is the debate, I guess. We don't talk about politics on here very often, do we?
Never. Never. But you can talk about Canadian politics. I'm okay with that.
Right.
It was all right. It was pretty good. They were like going at each other like pew pew and pew pew.
I know that right now, like one of the pain point subjects of the Canadian debates is like whether it should become the 51st US
Oh,
state.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are
And
you
it's
really
like
talking about that for real? Like
yeah,
Canada?
For real.
it's a real, it's not that they're considering it, it's that there's a lot of economical issues. Basically, they're being bullied into it because of the tariffs. So the
Yes.
tariffs were designed to make it impossible for for Canada to
Do business.
to be able to do business with the United States, which we are a major portion of Canada's economical
Yeah.
Yep. I got
the ecosystem. And so it's basically starving out Canada until they're forced to have to negotiate some sort of deal. And the only deal that's being offered is become the 51st state so that we can absorb their resources and,
And that will make the tariffs go away.
The first thing they're gonna do is put a drill in the ground.
It's even more than that. What it is it's UN nation power. So we assume the population of Canada, so that makes the United States much stronger. We assume the military of Canada, so it makes us stronger. It's all about empowering the US. There's really
No, it isn't. Yeah. It's not about empowering the US. It's about the dollar. End of the
well,
day, it's all
well,
about
it is, but it's also about empowering to offer
That's
some
what
sort
we
of
tell the population to justify.
that doesn't benefit us though. That doesn't benefit us.
Money.
No, it
Yeah,
makes the rich richer and the poor poorer.
Right. That's why they
So
tell us that other
when I say,
bullshit.
but
They
when
tell
I
us
talk
the other
about
stuff because the majority of us are not going to financially benefit. So we make it all about we're gonna make the US bigger and better and blah.
that doesn't help us at all.
Yes, that's fantastic. Meanwhile, they're gonna drill the fuck out of Canada and rape it of its natural resources just to make more money.
Isn't that what America's known for?
Yes. It is
So,
exactly what we're known
but
for.
the word empower is a
It's
word
bullshit.
used to disarm the public so they feel
Yes.
like they're doing something good. But
That
empower really means make the rich richer, make the
and
people
the
that are
poor poor.
powerful more powerful, and
yes.
then
Mhm.
it creates more division within our community because now it's us against them, and we
Mhm.
already have enough of division in our country that it's like, anyways. So yeah, it's the
Yeah.
whole
This,
thing is just crazy. It's crazy.
that's
We
why I
can't.
say
We
you
can't
cannot.
agree.
Don't fall for the banana in the
Oh,
tailpipe.
I don't.
This shit is not about empowerment. It's not about, and I'm not saying that those things aren't necessarily true. I'm just saying the truth is it's all about the
Mhm.
Benjamins. It is always all about the Benjamins.
Well, they go together hand in hand.
That no, yes, but no. It, like I said, the other stuff is what you tell people so that they go
Right.
along with the fake story. Because at the end of the day, folks is lining their fucking pockets with the Benjamins, okay? And we don't even get none of the Benjamins. We don't even get one of the Benjamins. We don't even get $1.
We don't even get the Benjamins we put into the Benjamin system.
No, we don't.
Okay?
We don't.
That shit was
Facts.
given to other people.
Mm.
But
I
you
don't
know,
know.
and Des, this is no disrespect to you, but it also shows you
No.
how motherfucking weak Canada is, that these bitches is actually considering this bullshit. Mexico
Mm.
is like, suck my dick, tariff the motherfucker out of us. I don't care. Canada's like,
Mhm.
well, we might need to consider that.
Mm.
Greenland
Because
is like,
because
suck my dick, you can't have me. But Canada,
because the Mexican culture is like, we're already coming into your country without passports and without any type of legalities anyways. We're going to
and
smuggle what we want to smuggle. We're going to
yeah,
take from your country what we want to take, who we want to take.
because we've
And
been
we
doing it for forever. Been
and
doing it
we
for forever.
dare you to say something because we will come into your country. We'll just fucking shoot everybody up, cut their heads off, put it on live TV. Like, okay. And then
I'm
we're like,
Yeah. So
then
I'm
we're like
saying
Canada, like,
find your
oh,
balls.
well, maybe
Find your
we should
balls,
just leave
Canada.
them alone.
Find your fucking balls.
So
Okay?
yeah, the issue that like one of the main issues was like drugs and stuff. They were saying like I guess like the smuggling, it was like coming from Canada. So
Hell
that's
no,
what they were
it's
talking
not.
about too.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's
Mhm.
not
That's
so
like one of the main issues.
it's
That
not originating from Canada. What's happening is they've learned to go
through
around the United
Around.
right
States to
through Canada
Mhm.
Canada, just
and
like a
drive
lot
that
of the
shit
people that
through.
were coming from Mexico into the United States aren't
Or
Mexican. They're other, like, there was a huge Asian population. There were other people from other countries on the planet that were coming to Mexico because that you have to come in through either Mexico or Canada.
Canada. Right.
Mhm.
Those are the
Mhm.
only two doors, or through the
And
oceans, but we heavily
yeah,
protect our oceans.
Right.
So
and
So
then
it's
we
it's
take in the heat
right. Then you blame the Canadians, and it's like they're just
because they're easy, they're an easy fucking
we
target.
just want to promote peace, love, and hair grease.
I knew Desiree was gonna say that.
And the problem
They
is
just keep- Anyways, yeah.
we're now punking the
Shitstorm.
fuck out of
Woo!
Canada. I hate I oh
Uh-oh, hello?
okay. I'll be all right. I'm gonna
I
be all right.
lost y'all.
No, you didn't. Or
We're
maybe
here.
can you see us? Can
It says
can,
on
can
air.
can you see the words that are coming out of my mouth? All right, somebody tell Kari she's here.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to get my sound back.
Okay. I was gonna say you're here with us, Kari.
Computer and it
Okay.
set my sound to my phone. So I was like,
Okay.
so anyway.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway. I'm sorry. Canada.
But you watched the debate. Let's make it a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
So there's a show I told you guys about Paradise.
Mhm.
And Paradise is the show where they're like living in this dome. Allegedly, the rest of the world has gone to shit. It's done. Like it's completely uninhabitable.
Habitable.
And they selected certain people to be in this community that's under this dome that has a fake sky, and they're in this mountain thing. And the beginning of the show starts where the president gets killed, and the top
Okay. I got it. Yes.
the
I did start
agent
watching
that
that. Yes. Okay.
yeah, the agent that what his top, security agent is like the one that found him, and he's, investigating to figure out why did this happen, who did it, because allegedly there's no crime in this little bubble, and there's like, this is the first, and it's a massive like major change for them because the power within shifts different, shifts into different dynamics. So anyways, we're at this part where this top agent, so his best friend, who we in the beginning, we were suspecting he was involved with the president getting killed, he's now come up dead. So now he's been killed, but they made it look like a suicide. It looked like, he was actually poisoned, and now, of course, this agent is now in hyper, trying to like figure out why are all these like crazy things happening. And so he stumbles across information and is becoming aware of the fact that this one woman who is the developer of this little bubble city, um essentially he is now doing things to come for her, and he has someone put a message in their fake sky, which is just a computer screen, and it says they're lying to us. So they're lying to you. So now he's like trying to get the people. And of course, there's this psychologist that is like, you can't change things too dramatically. You can't reboot the system because then they're going to be in the dark and they're going to panic, and it's going to remind them that they're in this bubble. And it's like all these things are happening, and it's like getting real good, real juicy, real dramatic. It's good. So not
And what is it
necessarily
called?
like, it's called Paradise,
Yeah.
and it's
Okay,
on
Paradise.
Hulu.
Okay.
It's on Hulu. So to take it away from the Canada debates,
Thank
to
you.
lighten it up a little bit, maybe
Thank
Yeah,
not the
Chuck.
Harlem. Oh, such a good show, but yeah, it's got my attention. And like right now, I spent an hour yesterday browsing through TV. Once Harlem was done, I was just left like, what the fuck else is there to watch? I don't know.
That's
You know
So
what? People were complaining that Netflix is going up again, and then they're complaining if there's nothing to
it's
watch too.
$30.
Right?
How
I
much?
know.
How much?
Mhm.
How much?
$30.
$30.
Mhm.
You can tell I don't pay for it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And they limit,
What?
like it used to be you could have like my mom in Oklahoma, my, kids down in Florida, then me in Baltimore, we could all use the same login. Not the case anymore. They have limited it so that now it's only reserved to like one IP address.
You can pay.
Yeah. But the amount that you pay, you could have your own account. So we were thinking about just taking all of the services on family, and that's not going to work for Netflix. So
Yeah. Well, let's just say I'm grateful to my son.
thanks, son.
That's how I watch Netflix. Thank you. Thank you, son. Appreciate it.
Well, we're glad that he's a responsible person and pays the bill.
Yes. Hello.
Nothing is worse. Like when I did share, what was I sharing? Max or one of those channels? I was like, we were all sharing it. And my son decided he didn't want to pay for it anymore. And so his credit card expired, and he was just like, didn't want to go through the process of adding a new credit card. He was like, I don't really watch it anyways. And I was only watching it for some show that was on there. I don't remember. But I went to log in, and it was like, you need to enter your credit card information or whatever. And I was so pissed because I forgot what it was that I wanted to see. But I saw an advertisement, and it was said only on Max. So I was like, well, let me go log in. We got access. And I was like, oh shit, maybe not today. Not today.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, also on my watch list, something that's coming soon, and it's called Zero Day. It has Robert De Niro. on Netflix, by the way. Robert De Niro, Angela Bassett, who I don't think have done a movie together since, what was it, Heat, I think is what they did together. But this says a former U.S. president is called out of retirement to find the source of a deadly cyber attack, only to discover a vast web of lies and conspiracies. What's interesting is when you watch the promo, they do ask him to come help and figure out what happened, and then they fucking accuse him of the cyber attack. So I'm like,
Ooh, that's
so
not cool.
no, it's not. So, and it's interesting because I'm like, you haven't really seen a lot of Robert De Niro. So when you see him in this, I keep asking myself, is he actually that old? Like, I know he's old, relatively speaking, but he looks old in this movie, and so I'm like, I don't know if he's actually looks like this in real life right now, or if they made him look old, relatively speaking. But I love me some Robert De Niro. I do.
Me too. He's a great actor.
Yeah. Love Bobby De Niro. Love me some Angela Bassett. Talk about versatile. Very, very versatile actor.
And not aging.
Because black don't crack, baby. I'm here to tell you.
You know what I thought was what I loved Angela Bassett in, what's the vampire movie with Eddie Murphy? Vampire in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yep.
I was like, Angela, but she makes the movie because she has this like weird sense of humor.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because you don't really see her as being, I don't
comedic.
want to say a funny comedian, right? You don't really see her as being a comedian, but I think she's got like the perfect sense of timing. And when you do something with Eddie Murphy, especially back in the day, if you did something with Eddie Murphy, you were gonna either have to be good or just let him steal the scene, because he will. If you can't hang with him and the things that may come out of his mouth, you're just gonna have to hold on and let it roll. So yeah.
Okay.
Kari.
Desiree.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on Desiree.
For me, I'm gonna go with Dexter again. I got through season 5 this week.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Oh,
wait, I'm getting caught up now with Lily. What's her name? Lily Lumen or whatever. Lily Lumen or Lumen or whatever her name is. So that's yeah.
I'm gonna just let you keep rolling through.
Don't
names.
hurt yourself.
I don't even care what it
I
is.
don't know.
You just keep
I don't know.
trying to
Lumen.
which one fits.
Her name is Lumen.
Nope, don't even tell her. Just let her go with it. I just want to hear her say stuff.
So she's Dexter's new partner in crime. I was like, what? And then Aster's like giving him attitude. She like comes back with the friend, and they decided to like skip town and like show up on their doorstep drunk. And he's like, I don't know how to deal with a teenage daughter. And she's like trying to give him like subtle hints and stuff. It was so cute. I liked it. I thought it's a great, like, it's not what I expected, so it's got me watching still. Like I said,
that's good.
And I think that's
interesting.
Awesome.
Yep,
that's awesome, because it is a good show. It's definitely something you got to stick with. I think the premise behind is what helps you stick with it. No, I was just gonna say, I think the premise behind the show is what helps you stick with it. So
yeah, because I didn't think I would like it, to be honest, at first, and then I'm glad.
Why didn't you?
So I can't wait till the. Well, I like criminal stuff, like CSI. I like Criminal Minds. I like stuff like that, but I didn't know it was that kind of show. So when Kari was like, "Do it," I was like, "Okay, let's do it.
Do it.
Let's watch it.
Do it.
Let's watch it."
And now you only got a couple more seasons to go before you get to that tragic ending.
Uh-oh. Don't speak. I know just
what
you think. I know just what you're saying. Don't cousin.
it hurts all right.
Thank you so much.
Oh, karaoke
Hell yeah.
with
We have
with
to do a
Desiree.
karaoke boob tube. We have to do a boob tube version one day.
Okay, listen. We say we're gonna do so many different things so many different times, and we always forget between shows.
But we show up.
Oh, we
We
show
show
up.
up.
Yes,
We
facts.
show up.
Facts.
We just don't remember what it was we said we were gonna do when we show up.
Put a little respect on it. That's
Put
right.
some respect on Boob Tube.
Oh, shit. Okay.
A little
Anyway,
respect on it.
Kari.
All right. So I watched today. I watched a couple of things the other day, but this one blew my mind. It's called Fox Hollow Farm Murders. It's the new documentary on, I think it was Hulu. And it's based in Indianapolis, Indiana. And apparently he is one of the top serial killers, but no one ever talks about him. And it was a botched investigation. It was 30 years ago. It happened in the mid 90s. And he was gay, targeting the gay community. So he was finding these guys in gay bars and then would bring them back to the farm. And so this whole conspiracy comes out about how there was no way that he could have, taken these men, these grown ass men, some of them bigger than he was, and dragged them into the forest to discard their bodies. But there's this plot twist where they're like, they've been suspecting all along that there had to be an accomplice. And lo and behold, they start going through all of these testimonies and or not testimonies, but like eyewitness accounts and statements. And they find that there's this other individual who filed a police report and said that he was the only one that got away, but he had very specific details about things that only someone who was either present or participated. There were details like, so apparently the guy, his name was Herb Bob something, Baymaster, Baumeister, whatever, Baumeister. And apparently he was into asphyxiation. And so erotic asphyxiation. And so apparently, so this guy is describing like the eyes bulging out and the lips turning purple, and like gets very specific about things that people who have never seen it would not know to describe it, right? And so they get this investigator who was a part of the JonBenet Ramsey investigation, and like he's been an investigator for multiple decades. And then the coroner for this county decides to reopen the investigation in the case because they found thousands of bones on the property. Now, this man that was accused of committing these crimes, they never investigated him. They never got a statement from him. Allegedly, he went to Canada and quote unquote allegedly killed himself. And so once he killed himself, the city and the county decided not to further investigate or do DNA on the bones because they didn't want to waste the taxpayers' money.
What?
Because the person that they suspected was guilty had committed suicide. So they didn't even like question him. They didn't like so botched investigation, but this other person decides that he wants to be a part of a documentary in 2023, 2024, 2022. Some couple years ago, there's this paranormal investigator, these two people that are doing a documentary because this story just really, intrigued them. And the new owner of the farm, which he's been there for a long time now, but he's the current owner, is like, you need to talk to this guy. He's got information for you. And so as they're talking to him, they bring him to the farm and he's like super comfortable, which they were like, if you were the one that got away and you only visited the farm once.
Right.
So he admits that he lied to the police. He just wanted them to go and find the bodies. So you watch the show, the documentary. I came to the conclusion that he was the real killer and that the guy that committed suicide was
The other guy.
like he was involved, but I think that this dude, the way that he was comfortable at the farm, the things that he said, like he was real defensive and quirky, and like many times they would ask him a question and he would be like, "Oh, we're going to save that for another episode." But at the very beginning he was like, "I want this to be my last interview." So you could see, and if you've done any, like, I'm a true crime junkie. So studying serial killers is like my thing, right? And one of the things that psychologists often say is like, when it comes to a serial killer, it's like the Zodiac killer. He was sending cryptic messages and letters and was in contact with the police department all the time. It's like they want to see, and it's almost like this story became stagnant and he never got any notoriety for it. So it's almost like he's doing these interviews and saying certain things that he can either catch some attention from it, whether he's involved or not, or if he is involved, it's like he wants to brag about what he's done and brag about the fact that he hasn't been caught in 30 years and that they never have really investigated. Like, you know what I mean? Like almost boasting.
Personality. He has a narcissistic personality. It's all about
yes.
And
sociopath, like the whole ability to disassociate from responsibility but still take pride in it. So it's a really interesting documentary to watch and to just see how this guy, who in the beginning of it was never mentioned, was no part of the story at all, and in fact the guy that committed suicide, who they originally are saying is the person who was responsible for these killings, was the creator of Save a Lot thrift stores.
Okay.
So he started a bunch of Save a Lot thrift stores in the Indianapolis area. Now, whether he's like the creator of the franchise, I'm not sure. They never really went into detail about that. They just said that he started the Save a Lot, locations up in the Indianapolis area. So he was very well to do. But, one of the things that they mentioned was that he didn't really have the personality to communicate with people. He wasn't a good communicator. And so that's where they thought that aside from the fact that they didn't think that he could physically carry these bodies from the house. And then, it was several yards into the forest, that it just looked like, a lot of work for one person. And as many bodies as there were, like, that's a lot of frequent like activity. But aside from the fact that he just didn't have like the personality that would attract all these men who just willingly went to his home, this farm in the woods. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. It's called Fox Hollow Farm Murders. And also he had a secret obsession with mannequins, which made me think of, I think it was Law and Order, that did an episode where there was somebody who was killing and they had an obsession with mannequins. Do you remember what show that was?
I'm sorry.
No.
Maybe it was Dexter, but I remember seeing it somewhere. Like there was a show
Yeah,
somewhere.
The girl liked the mannequins. The crazy girl, the British girl. No offense against
Lily.
Yeah.
She said
no offense.
No offense, child.
No offense if you like mannequins.
We don't judge.
The mannequins are okay. So anyway.
I can't with you ladies.
Okay. I got nothing else.
9? Okay, I do.
Go.
Look. Okay. Hold on. So these are new movies that are coming out in 2025, okay? You guys know some of them.
Okay.
I'll read the list off just so we could, and you can tell me what you ladies are looking forward to. It says find someone, what? Something about a companion? This chick? I don't know. I can't read it. Does that say companion? Yeah, it does. I don't know who that chick is, but it's a scary movie. It's all horror genre. It's all horrors. The monkey? Is it the monkeys? Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Megan 2.0. Wait a minute. I know what you did last summer.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Des.
Okay, I know what you did last summer. You guys know this one. This is coming back, chat. This is one of my favorites.
We got you.
Wait a minute. They follow? What's they follow? Do you guys know this one? I don't.
It comes after you lead, they follow. I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute. Final Destination, another big W. I like this movie. Do you guys like it? Did you have a favorite? Let me know. Let us know in the comments. What else? Opus? What's Opus? What is this
I
one?
don't know.
I don't know. Opus? Maybe it's like Opus and I don't know. Phenomenous? I don't know. 28 years later, Camp Hell Summer. What about that one? Do you guys know this one? I like heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh. I love I am so tickled right now.
Wait, what about this one? If you're tickled.
You're excited. Look.
That's
Okay.
a unicorn. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
wait a
one's
minute.
gonna tickle you pink. What the hell is
Wait a
that?
minute. Wait a minute. Stop.
What is that?
Look, wait a minute. Stop for a second.
Oh my God.
What is
my
so
face
funny?
hurts. My face
Mine too. My
hurts.
cheeks are like, please stop. I'm trying to make it stop. But what is so funny is Desiree is so excited about shit she don't know nothing about.
But I
She
love
don't
it.
know.
Come on now. Come on now.
She's
I
like,
love it.
she's like,
I love
look,
it.
she's like, look at this screen. This is amazing, y'all. Have you seen it?
Love it. You have totally disrupted my giggle moment. Okay. I was just having the best old time.
No, you're trying to stop. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
No. I wanted to see what
Look
else
at
was
my
on the
cup.
list.
My cup. This is the
What is
cup.
it?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
wait,
cup.
hold on. Hold that up there for a second.
That's
baby.
a
Senior prom.
That's on it's on Netflix. But what is it?
Wait,
Did
it
you
went
see
away.
It's a blank screen.
Yeah.
Kari.
This one. Shayside. What is it? Senior prom? Yeah. It's on
Okay.
Netflix.
Okay.
Okay.
F and F. Yeah, that
You ran through your
Silent
list?
Night. Yeah.
Okay.
So Until Dawn and then Faces of Death. That was the last one. So any
They're
on
bringing
there
back
that you
Faces
guys...
of Death?
Man.
Yeah,
That's how my face feels right now from all that laughing.
any that you guys are looking forward to, let me know.
Yes, let us know. Because Desi didn't do that shit for nothing, okay?
Right?
Y'all need to make sure you respect the fact that she ran through that whole list like that.
Me, Final Destination. I'm looking forward to that one, and I don't know what else. But Final Destination was my jam. I loved everyone.
We gotta mention
all of them.
I think I only saw the first one.
All of them.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not a big Final Destination fan. When I saw the person put their hand in the garbage disposal, I was like, no, don't do it. But I want to make an honorable mention because I know that we have a lot of WWE wrestling fans in the audience. And so I saw Mr. McMahon, and it was an interesting perspective because they didn't focus entirely on the discrepancies of Mr. McMahon's mishaps. They did talk about him taking over his dad's wrestling business, and the amazing achievements that he made with the wrestling industry, and but they talked about his indiscretions, and he was bad. He made some very big mistakes. He's a bad boy. But he is no longer associated. Like, he has completely resigned, and it was interesting. A lot of and it brought back like a lot of the wrestlers that passed away, and now they're saying that a lot of them had like serious mental health and drug issues that were as a result of traumas that they experienced from situations within the industry. So
Do you think it puts more pressure on them, obviously? Like, it's more, even though, like, I'm not going to say even though it's scripted, because it was scripted from the beginning, right? And I just didn't want to believe that. Maybe. Maybe. I liked it in the 80s when it wasn't.
I did
Like,
too.
I didn't feel like it was. I didn't feel like it was scripted.
It was scripted, but you just didn't know that it was. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
just did so
debatable.
better.
No one
Yeah,
admitted
it was
it.
so much
But
better.
Yeah.
then and that's kind of one of the things that they talked about in the documentary was like then there came this time where people just started doing tell-alls and everyone felt the need to tell the truth, and so there were, you know, certain people from the industry that shared that there was scripting being done, and it's like even though there's scripting being done, like they're putting their bodies at risk, they're doing the action, and so, you know, obviously it's not real. Like, you know, these people aren't, although some of the beefs were real, those people did have problems with each other. A lot of what was happening was scripted, and like it's entertainment. At the end of the
That's right.
day, it's entertainment and it's still a sport.
They did it for the grand.
The physicality of it was definitely real. People were definitely being injured and being, you know, they were dying from falling the wrong way or what have you. Or just from the head trauma that they would experience that you know, we didn't talk about. So yeah, and I think that's part of probably what contributed to not necessarily believing that it was scripted, because the physical parts of it are real. People are literally running after each other, grabbing each other. They're wrestling for real, but some of, you know,
jumping several feet into the air.
Right.
Like the stuff they do, I'm just like, good for you, because I ain't
hats
doing
off.
that.
The least of our issues is whether or not you have scripted that scene. That's the least of our issues.
Because you really jumped from the top of that fence onto a fucking table, okay? And I want to know how you survived that, because that was incredible. So yes, if you get a chance, it's called Mr. McMahon, and it's the documentary of Vince McMahon, the WWF, now WWE mogul. So yeah, take a look at it, and it's entertaining at best. So unfortunately, we've reached the end of our evening together tonight. And we are at 4,367 viewers. I think that tops the record.
Shout out
the
to
numbers.
all of you.
Yes. Big shout out to you all. So make sure you tune in on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Although I think we're taking off next week. Is that true, Casey?
That is true.
That is true. We won't be here next week. But you can go watch the prior episodes on the YouTube playlist. Don't apologize. You didn't do it. But you gotta wait for the dolphin. There it is. Okay. You can see all your favorite adult entertainers, and as well as myself and Casey, and hopefully we'll get Desiree to attend one of these shows at Chicago, Illinois. Distracted squirrel. Or Jason. April 11th to the 13th in Chicago, Illinois. June 27th to the 29th in sunny Miami, Florida. October 25th to the 26th in Edison, New Jersey. And lastly, December 5th to the 7th in my backyard, Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. Make sure you contact EXXXOTICAexpo.com for your vendor sales kit if you're looking to be a exhibitor, or if you're looking for tickets, you can buy them there. And of course, Ladies Free Friday. So get your tickets, sign up, and we'll see you at the show. And we're still waiting to find out what this MFN announcement is. Yeah. But in the meantime, between time, love our butt. And lastly, but not leastly, we have some pink boxes with some very important information. Please screenshot it. or whatever you want to do to keep the information.
I gotta
Make
get
sure
off.
you-
I gotta get off.
make sure you follow us on social media. And if you want to join our Instagram broadcast channel, go to queenofvw.com/boobtube. And that's all we got for y'all tonight. We have laughed our asses off and our cheeks are dying from the inability to stop smiling and laughing because
So glad you were here with us for all of that.
we
Because
love
that's what we do.
That is what we do. We
Right.
hope you laughed with us and that you'll join us in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Not
It'll
next
be
week,
March.
but the week after.
It'll be March.
It'll be
Mhm.
March. It will be March. So we'll see you next month.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
We'll see you
All
next
right.
month.
You got 2 weeks to watch some stuff. That's
And put it in
We'll
the
do it.
comments.
including myself.
So we will see you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.